This week in history, China, 1974. A farmer named Yang Jifa, living in the small village of Xian, decides to dig a well. At 15 meters, he stumbles upon a terracotta head and he calls the local university. Little did he know, this was the head of just one of over 8,000 hand-sculpted, life-size soldiers protecting a sprawling 38 square mile tomb city, which had laid under his village's feet for over 2,000 years. These terracotta warriors, along with chariots, animal sculptures, and elaborate architecture, guarded and inhabited the necropolis of China's most important man and his namesake, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. As the first person to unite China's 7 warring kingdoms in 221 BC, Emperor Qin was the most powerful man on Earth at the time, and thus demanded the most ostentatious tomb. Conscripting hundreds of thousands of laborers, Qin constructed in his own lifetime a literal underground city intended only for his corpse, and those craftsmen and courtesans unlucky enough to be buried alive with him. The Terracotta Warriors each have unique facial features, ranks, and weaponry, and were also originally colorfully and elaborately painted. Only about a quarter have been excavated thus far, and much of the complex, including Qin Shi Huang's personal tomb, lays untouched. Mysteries for future archaeologists to uncover. As for Yang Jifa, the farmer who first stumbled upon the Legion living underneath his backyard, he lost his farm to the Chinese government for excavation purposes. But he was eventually hired by the museum built on his village to sign autographs in the gift shop. Someone in the Chinese court at the time said, "Oh yes, and he filled his tomb with mercury." And everyone assumed that was like, oh, that's just exaggeration, where'd you get that much mercury? But then they tested the soil in that area, and there's actually a shockingly high amount of mercury in the soil. And suddenly everyone's like, maybe we shouldn't open the further tomb, because maybe there's just a crap ton of mercury in there and we're all just going to get poisoned and die if we open it. Which was obviously the point. You gotta booby trap your tomb. You know, if you've learned one thing from the Egyptians, you gotta booby trap the tomb or people are gonna steal your riches. For more great history videos and content, visit our website at historynet.com, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and learn some history, or be doomed to repeat it.